Was it the other night to get that overtime monkey off your back?
It was really nice. It's to be honest with you, if Kevin didn't post the stats and constantly remind us, I wouldn't have known. I knew it had been a while, and to be honest with you, I look back over the last couple of years. Some of the guys we've been able to put on the ice in overtimes, and the Ted and B's and some of these guys with speed. Um, I can remember a couple times sitting here talking to you saying, we played overtime like we were didn't want to go to the shootout. So it's not for lack of effort or, um, trying to win games or sitting back. I just think we haven't been able to win games in overtime. So it was certainly nice to do that. And like you said, get that monkey off her back. And again, it was a big win.
I assume the guys will get a few days off next week around the holiday. Is this a tough couple of weeks for you in terms of trying to keep the focus on the ice?
I've been talking about it for a solid 2, if not almost 3 weeks, just the way our schedule really leading into this. We were pretty steady there for about a month with a lot of midweek games and a couple 3-3s, and then it kind of died down. And we talked about it last week, having a Friday Saturday off. We still traveled to Atlantic City, but we went Thursday in Hartford, Sunday in Atlantic City, and then the week to sit on it. And obviously getting that win and getting it in that fashion, it was a bit of a roller coaster ride, being up and down, and then winning in overtime certainly makes this week more enjoyable. But I've been preaching since the beginning of last week just to stay focused, make your travel plans or do your shopping or whatever you need to do, but make sure when it's time the puck drops, we're focused and we don't got one foot out the door.
Sestito, Sislo, both back in time for the weekend, breathing a little easier.
Yeah, for sure. Both big specialty team guys, and obviously important guys, 5-on-5, up by a goal, down by a goal. But our PKers have been running pretty thin here. We've been done a pretty good job of staying out of the box, and I know a couple Sundays ago against Adirondack, every time we took a penalty, it was one of our penalty killers, and I really only had 5 regulars there. So if you stay out of the penalty box, you can get away with that, but if you get in trouble, it can add up over the course of the game. So to get them both back certainly gives us depth in all areas, I guess.
I mean, both guys, in particular Sestito, maybe Sislo to a lesser extent, seem like their trips up there are often quick and frequent during the season. I mean, Tim's been doing it now probably for 4 or 5 years. Is that kind of a coveted thing in an organization to have a guy that can adapt quickly and go up there, play a game or two, come back down here and fit back in?
Yeah, I think Timmy's a little bit different in the sense that he's been doing it for a while. Some of the other guys are younger, and it's not to say that Tim couldn't still find himself in the NHL full time, but I think he is a huge asset to the organization to have a guy not only that you can call up, but you can play him in a third, fourth line role. You can use him comfortably on the penalty kill, and obviously because of the games he's played up there and the amount of experience he has, they have no problem playing him and trusting him on the ice. I remember he when they were short in that playoff run. I mean, he was the guy that got the nod to come in and hadn't played a playoff game against Philly there. So, and I think his versatility really helps. You can use him on faceoffs if you have to. Sislo, some of the other guys, Boucher, those guys can't be used in those situations. So Timmy can play wing. He's been playing center here. He's been doing it all for us down here, and I think that helps. And certainly it adds to the depth when you want a guy on recall.
I mean, I think it also helps that you mentioned the third or fourth line role. I mean, he's actually played that at times down here, so where there's certain guys that probably aren't comfortable if they're not playing these side skill guys.
Yeah, when guys get called up, most of the young guys, I kind of give them a little instruction about playing their game and doing the little things. I don't. I just wish Timmy good luck. He knows what he's got to do, and he knows his role up there, and he knows what needs to be brought to the table. And if they're looking for a top 6, he's not going to get the call. And I think some guys, especially young guys, they sometimes struggle with the understanding of that. It's not always it's the best player in that role that week, and that's really how, that's one thing I can say about this organization. It's not always just about, you're not taking a top guy up there and putting him on the fourth line. It just doesn't make sense. So if you're looking for a certain role, it's the best guy playing at that time in that role, and they usually reward him.
Timmy, we're still up. Who would you put in that center, or is it a wait and see?
I won't even talk about it because, yeah, right now, who knows? Things could change here. The bus leaves at 1, but I don't know. We would obviously have to look at things. We've talked a little bit about moving Wollberg back to the middle. That would come into play. He's really the only guy with center experience. So I tinkered with that a little bit for one day, and then was told he was coming back. So I quickly moved on.
You got Kelly and Scarlett back on Sunday, so I guess your D is back to having some depth. How are you up front?
Pretty much, other than getting those two guys back from recall and Timmy, we didn't lose for a game. But McKelvey, no, should be okay after the break. Jansen is a no-go this weekend, questionable after the break, but should be close. And then Kelly Zajac still a ways away. Timonens indefinitely. Harborenka indefinitely. Am I missing anybody? I think that's it.
What is the? Do you give them off after the weekend games and reconvening in Syracuse, or how do you do it?
No. We'll actually skate just because the big club will skate on Monday. We'll give them Sunday off and get a skate in Monday and let them go after that, and then they'll have to be back here on the 26th for a skate in the morning.